today. Today I'm going to show you how to make these snowflake earrings. These are not very hard to make and every beginner should give this a try if they want to. But I'm going to explain it as good as possible, but it can be a little bit hard if you're a super beginner. So I would say if you're a beginner that has made a few projects, you can definitely try this. So let's start. So the materials you will need. You will need 8 seed beads. You will need 11 seed beads. You will need some thread of choice and you can use clear thread or white thread. You will need a pair of ear hooks. You will need 2 size 6 rings. You will need 24 4mm bicones. You will need 12 6mm bicones. You will need a needle and I'm using a size 10 needle. You can also use the size 12 needle. And you need something to cut your thread with. So let's start. Start by threading your needle with about 1 arm span of fine line. Then we're going to pick up 6 11 seed beads. Like this, and slide them down and always recount. Now we're going to make a knot and I'm going to make a knot about 3 times. You can also make it 2 times depending on how thick your thread is. Like this. Now we're going to hold our work and I'm going to zoom in a little bit. And we're going to step up through the first 2 seed beads and we're going to do that because we want to get away from the knot. Then we're going to pick up 1 6mm, 1 seed bead, 1 4mm, 1 seed bead, 1 4mm, 1 seed bead, and 1 6mm, like this, and slide them down. And now we're going through the seed bead that we're made a knot next to. So I'm coming out of this seed bead and we're going 1 seed bead back through the previous one, so that we're coming up in between those seed beads and pull like this. Now I hope I can show you this in a good way because this is a little bit small. Okay, I'm going to zoom out a little bit because I think my camera won't focus that much. Now what we're going to do, I'm going through the first bicone and I'm going through all the beads and through the other bicone also. So I'm going, coming out of in the middle and then I'm going through the next bicone like this and pull. And then I'm going through all of the beads. Like this. And then through the bicone, so the big bicone, the 6mm. Now we're coming from the seed bead from this side, so we're going to stick through the same seed bead on the other side, and I hope I can really see if my camera focuses on this point. So we're coming out of this side and we're going in through that same seed bead through the opposite side, so that we Make sure the beadwork holds on two sides and pull. Like this. And then we're going through the next seed bead. So that's the next seed bead next to that. Like this. And pull. And now we're going to pick up one 6mm, like this, one 11/0, one 4mm, one 11/0, one 4mm, and one 11/0, like this. And we're going to slide them down. And then we're going through the last 6mm bicone, like this. And pull. And then we're going through the next seed bead. So we're coming out above the previous seed bead and we're going through the next seed bead. So that is this seed bead. So just the next one. And pull. Make sure that it is tight. And then we're going through the next seed bead also. And pull. Like this. And pull it now and then. And I can see that I need to pull this one a little bit more. Because I have a little bit extra thread there. Like this. So we're going to pick up one 6mm, one seed bead, one 4mm, one seed bead, one 4mm, and one seed bead, and slide them down. And then we're going back through the 6mm we added last time and pull. Have to get it tight again. Yes. And then we're going through the same seed bead that is underneath the 6mm bicone, because if you look closely you can see that there's only a thread coming out of that one way. So we're going through that seed bead the opposite side, and then we're going through the next seed bead. I'm going to zoom in a little so that you can see better. As you can see here, the thread only goes from one side and not on the other side, so we want the thread on the other side also. And then we're also going through the next seed bead and pull. Like this. And then we're going to step up through the next seed bead. So we're going to make each round with a new seed bead. So to explain that a little further, this seed bead belongs to this bicone, this seed bead belongs to this bicone, and so on. And we were making sure that we're going through it with our thread 2 times, so that you have it from one side and from the other side, because in that way the seed beads will stand out the best and your work has the most structure. But I will show it one more time again, and then you're going to do it yourself. So we're going to pick up one 6mm bicone, one 11/0, one 4mm, one 11/0, one 4mm, and one 11/0, like this. And then we're going to slide them down. And then we're going through the last 6mm bicone and pull. Like this. And then we're going through the same seed bead that is above, so that is this seed bead that is attached to the last bicone. So not the last one we just added, but the last one before that. and we're going into the seed bead and through the next seed bead. In that way we make sure that the thread is on two sides and pull like this, and then we're going through the next seed bead like this. And now you're going to do this one more time again. Now if you repeated the last steps, you're now under through the seed bead that is underneath the first bicone we added. So you're coming out of this seed bead and we're going through the bicone and pull. And I hope I made this as clear as possible. If you have any questions for this, please ask me. Then we're going to pick up one seed bead, one bicone, one seed bead, one bicone and one seed bead like this. And then we're going through, like we did before, the last bicone and pull. And then we're going through that seed bead that is underneath that bicone and through the next seed bead like this and pull. Like this. And then we're going to skip to go through the next bicone, but we're going up through, through the next seed bead, but we're going up through the bicone like this, and it will make us come up in between the two seed beads like this. And then we're going through the next seed bead, the next bicone and the next seed bead like this and pull. Now you are going to pick up 3 8/0 seed beads, so not 11/0 but 8/0 seed beads like this, and then we're going through that same bead and pull. So we're going to go through that same bead in the opposite direction so that we can make this panel. And then we're going through the next bicone and through the next seed bead like this. Sorry if my tummy rumbles a little bit. Then we're going to pick up one 11/0 and we're going through the next seed bead, the next bicone and the next seed bead and pull like this. And now you're going to repeat this all around. So you're going to pick up 3 8/0s now, and this is just repeating of steps. So you're going to pick up 3 8/0s now, and you're going in the same seed bead, the opposite direction. You're going through the bicone, through the next seed bead, add one seed bead, go through the next seed bead, the next bicone and the next seed bead, and then you're going to add the 8/0s again. So when you're done that, I'm coming back to you. When you added this last step, so you will end with one of the seed beads, you will come up in between, in between the seed bead that is in between the bicones. And then we're going through the next bicone and through the next 2 seed beads. So that's the first seed bead of the row and the one we just added, and pull like this. And now we're going to start with the middle point. If at this moment your star is a little bit pulling, don't worry about that, because we're going to fix that with the structure of what we're going to do now. We're going to pick up 6 seed beads, so 6 11/0 seed beads like this, and then we're going through the seed bead. So we're coming out of this seed bead and we're going to look over our 6mm, and then we're going through that seed bead that is underneath that 6mm like this and pull. This can be a little bit tough. like this. And then we're going to do that one more time again. So we're going to pick up 6 11/0 seed beads, like this. And now we're going through that same seed bead that we just came out of, so the one we started from, and pull. And now I'm going down through the first 6 seed beads that we just added. Like this. And then we're going through that same seed bead that is underneath the bicone, like this, and pull. And then we're going through the next seed bead, so we're going to step up to go through the next seed bead that is underneath the next bicone, and pull. Then we're going to pick up 6 more seed beads. And we're going through that seed bead that is on top, so that is the one we just added. We're going through that seed bead that is on top above the bicone. So that's above the seed bead that we're coming out of. And pull. And then we're going to pick up 3 seed beads, like this. And then we're going through the 3 seed beads of the last row of 6, like this, and pull. And then we're going through the same seed bead that we started this from. So we're going through the seed bead that is underneath the bicone, and pull. And then we're going to step up through the next seed bead. So we're coming out of this seed bead and we're going through the one that is next to that one, and pull. Like this. And now you're going to repeat this and until you are at the last step, and then I'm coming back to you. Okay, now when you're at the last step, you can see that our work is already not pulling anymore because the inner work we just did made it straight. So when you ended, you probably ended in the seed bead that is underneath this bicone. If you forgot that step, please skip through the seed bead of this bicone. So the bottom one is that. And then we're going through the next 3 seed beads. So the next 3 seed beads of the next row, and pull. Because we're now going to close this up. We're going to pick up 3 more seed beads. So 3 11/0 seed beads, like this. And we're going through the seed bead that is above the bicone. So that's the middle seed bead, and pull. We're going to pick up 3 more seed beads, like this. And then we're going through the next 3 seed beads. So there are the next 3 seed beads like we would do normally of the previous row of 6, and pull. Like this. And then we're going through the same seed bead. So that's the seed bead that is underneath the bicone, and pull. And give this a gentle tug. And then we're going up through the next 3 seed beads, like this. So the next 3 seed beads. And then we're going sideways. So through these 3 seed beads, like this, and pull. And then we're going through the 3rd seed bead. So that is the middle seed bead, this one. and through the next seed bead, through the bicone and through the next seed bead. I'm going to show you when I'm through. So I'm going through the middle seed bead, I hope you can see this, through the middle seed bead, through the next seed bead, through the bicone and through the 11-0 in the middle, like that, and pull. Now I'm going to, for this step, I find it helpful to turn my work around. If you don't find it helpful, of course you can also just do this on the front, but I'm going to show you how to do this on the back because, as I said, I find it more helpful. What I'm going to do, I'm going through the first 8-0. So if you're looking at it from the front, I'm going through this 8-0, so just the one we first added. Through the first 8-0, like this. We're going to skip the middle one, and I'm going through the next 8-0, through the next 11-0 seed bead and through the bicone. So I hope you can see that. So I'm going through the last 8-0, the last 11-0 seed bead and through the next bicone. I'm going to zoom out a little bit because I have the feeling my camera won't focus. Like this. With white colors it is always very hard for me to see on camera or if I am in focus or not. Now make sure that your thread is not wrapped around the 8-0 in the middle, and then you're going to pull. In this way your the point of the snowflake will stand up more. Now we're going to pick up 3 11-0 seed beads, like this, and then we're going through the next bicone. So we're coming out of this bicone and we're going through the next bicone. It's a little tricky because this one is close to the 11-0. Yes. And through the 11-0. So we're coming out of this bicone and going through the next bicone, and then we're going through the 11-0. And then we're going to pull, and those 3 seed beads are going to stand up like this. Now you're going to repeat this all around, so you're going to reinforce the points, and then you're going to add 3 seed beads in between all the bicones, and then I'm coming back to you. Okay, and when you did this, you're coming out of this seed bead, and then we're going through the next bicone, and then we're going through the next seed bead. We're going to skip the next seed bead, so we're not going through that one because we want that one to stand out more. And then we're going through the next bicone and through the next seed bead, like this, and pull. And make sure that you stand out, so push out that seed bead. And we're going to do this all around. So what we're basically going to do in this step is we're going through the next bicone, the next seed bead, we're going to skip the next seed bead, we're going through the next seed bead, through the next bicone, through the next seed bead. In this way, in this round we're going to reinforce our snowflake, and we're going to make sure that these seed beads stand out. And when you've done that, I'm coming back to you. Okay, now your points of the seed beads should stand out now. And now I'm going to turn my work back around, so I'm going to flip it to the front again. And then I'm going through the next 8-0 seed bead and pull. And I'm going through the middle 8-0 seed bead, like this. Now you can make a loop in various variations. I choose to make this loop in a 5 way, so these are with 10 seed beads, because I like the fact that it looked really like as if you have like a clasp or something on it, and it looks a little bit like a star. I'm going to pick up 10 seed beads, and always recount. So 2, 4, yes, 10. And then I'm going through that same 8/0 that we're coming out of, like this. And now we're going through the first one, so the first seed bead like this, and pull. We're going to pick up one seed bead, and I'm going through the next 2 seed beads. So this is a little bit different from my diamond shaped loop. And then I'm going to pick up one seed bead, and I'm going through the next 2 seed beads. Thread wrapped around, and I still got my thread wrapped around. One moment, sorry for that. Then we're going to pick up another seed bead, and I'm going through the next 2 seed beads. So just like we did before, I'm going to pick up another seed bead, and I'm going through the next 2 seed beads. So these are all 11/0 seed beads, because we only use the 8/0 seed beads for the points of this snowflake, like this. And then we're going to pick up one seed bead, and we're going through the next seed bead and through the next 8/0, and pull. And now it should look like this. Now we're going to reinforce this loop. So what we're going to do, we're going to go through the loop again, and then we're coming out of the 8/0. So I'm going to do that now. So I reinforced my loop now, and we're going to end in the loop. So I'm going through the loop until I reach this seed bead. So I'm going through the next 2 seed beads, and pull. And then I'm going through the next 2 seed beads, and then I reached the point there. Going to pull. Now I'm going to make the knot loop, so we're going underneath the thread, so underneath the 2 seed beads. I'm going to pull, and I'm going to stick my needle in that loop that happens there, and then I'm going to pull so that it will lie in between the seed beads. And I'm going to do this one more time again. This never failed on me before, because, and with that I mean that it never broke on me or something like that. So when you made the 2 loops, we're going through the next beads. So just the loop around like we would do. Like this. And through the next seed beads. Like this, and I'm going to end in the 8/0. Like this, and pull. And then I'm just going to cut my thread, because at this point we're done. So you're going to make sure that your loop stands up straight. I'm going to take my cutter, and I'm going to just clip off my thread, and then I'm coming back to you. Now we're just going to attach our ring and our ear hook. So we're going to take our ring, and we're going to open it. And if you have a soft enough ring, you do not even need pliers. And you're going to attach your ear hook. So just hook it on. There's no science behind that. If you can make this, you can probably attach this ear ring, because that is the simplest step of this tutorial. And close it. Now, and there you have your pair of snowflake earrings. So I hope this tutorial was easy to follow. I hope that everything was in focus. And Please let me know if you like this project. Give me a thumbs up if you like this project. Follow me on Facebook and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you next time. Bye. Have a nice day.